Yes people, or what is poppin' YouTube? Today we've got a Q&A, a question and answer. So the other day I put a couple stories up on my TikTok and on my Instagram, letting my followers know to ask me loads of different questions. It could be perfume related or not. So I've got a mix of questions right here on the laptop. So let's get into it. So the first question up, a nice and easy one to start with. What is my thoughts on the Taffa camera? So it's a hyped up Arabian fragrance in the industry. It's one that suits my taste. I like those sweet kind of alluring fragrances, and that is definitely one. They've got a new one coming out. I think it's called the Taffa Camera Kawa. I think that's how my guy Cologne Talk told me how to say it. And that should be on the way soon, or I might have it by the time this video drops. And the next question is, what is my favorite fragrances to smell on a woman? So I've got loads, man. There's a long list, but I'll keep it short. So in my collection, I've got loads of unisex fragrances. So ones that I like to smell on a woman would be Grand Soir, Angel Share, Vanilla Diorama. Others would be Les Sabots Roses from Louis Vuitton, YSL Libre Intense is another great one. Prada Parado is nice. Roses Musk from Montal. There's so many that I love. And this one's not really a question, it was a statement, but someone said you surely got to be putting out your own fragrance soon. Am I? Who knows, man. Hopefully 2024 we can get it done, but I'm not in any rush to try and release a fragrance. I'm just all about building a good solid community, putting out great fragrance content for you guys, and then all of that will come. But I've got a few things in the works that might be announced by the time this YouTube video drops, so stay tuned for that on my socials. But with putting out my own fragrance, it's not an easy thing to do. It takes a lot of capital as well, but I would say hopefully 2024 towards the end of the year next year would be great. And the next question is, love your content, but how hard is it to pick a scent of the day every day? Now look, I haven't even got the biggest collection out of everyone. I've got like 110, 120 fragrances. Some people got 200, 300 fragrances filling up a whole room. So for them, it must be a madness. But for me, I don't know, after I wake up, brush my teeth, do all of that, I'll stand in front of the shelf behind me for like 5-10 minutes sometimes, and I'll be like, cool, what am I wearing? What's the weather saying? Is it raining? Is it this? Is it that? But yeah, I kind of think of it the night before. Like if I haven't worn one in a while, I'll have a look at the shelf and I'll be like, cool, tomorrow I want to wear Greece Chanel straight. So I would say like 5-10 minutes of the day is wasted just thinking of what fragrance to rock. And the next question someone has asked is, what is the best summer fragrance 2024? I don't know what obviously companies are going to release closer to them, but I can only comment on what fragrances are about now. And for me, still, it's the same ones I've been recommending all summer. Designer fragrances, go for Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Eau Intense. And for niche, luckily I've got the fragrance on the bed right here. It has to be French Riviera by Mancera. I struggle with getting good longevity and smelling my summer fragrances because they don't cut through the heat. But this one from Mancera is salty, it's aquatic, it's citrusy. I get 9 hours minimum with this with great projection, so I'm always going to recommend this one. And the next question is, who is going to win the fight in the UFC between Leon Edwards and Colby Covington? Now this is a question that you can see me smiling. I love UFC, and this is actually happening on my birthday weekend, so I'm super excited to watch this. And come on, man, I'm from London, I'm from the UK. Leon Edwards is from Birmingham, so I want him to win, of course. Is he going to win? Obviously, in the past, he would have struggled with the wrestling side of things, but he dealt with Kamaru Usman 2 times. So I've got to say Leon Edwards is going to take the W. But Colby Covington, he's got that stamina. He stands, he bangs, he mixes it up. So it's going to be a tough fight, but I'm telling you, Leon Edwards is bringing it home, no doubt. Next up is one discontinued fragrance that I would love to have. So luckily, I've got one in my collection already. It is there in the back corner. It is Armani Code Absolute. So that one doesn't really count, but it would have been Vanilla Fatale by Tom Ford. And they've just re-released that one, so I can't even say that. So it would be those two. Next up is what inspired me to be a fragrance influencer. So first up, I hate that word influencer. I would say fragrance content creator. That's what I always say. But nothing really influenced me to do that. It was just, I was watching so many fragrance videos. Demi Rollin, Curly Scents, Curly Fragrance, Bowtie Fragrance Guy, Jeremy, of course. And just seeing all of these guys made my passion like just ignite. And I was watching like loads of people on TikTok, and I was like, oh man, loads of people don't really know what they're talking about, and I think I could do it or do it a little bit better. So I just started making videos, not with my face in and stuff like that, and then people was liking it, liking the recommendations I was giving and stuff. So I was like, you know what, let's just continue. It's something I'm passionate about, and when I was talking to like friends and family every day about it, they weren't really interested. So I thought better to just direct my attention to people who actually care about it. And the next question is, did I get into niche fragrances from the beginning, or how did that process kind of come about? And no way, I don't think anyone gets into niche fragrances. You always start out with dupes or designers, well I did anyway. My first couple of fragrances were Prada, L'Homme, the original, and then Bleu de Chanel. I just wanted those like fresh, clean, smell good, can wear them all year round. Then I moved on to niche kind of later down the line, getting a few different fragrances, and I just saw some of these niche ones, the levels are just above no one has really smelt those niche ones unless you're really into fragrances. So yeah, niche fragrances are expensive, so never start with them. Make sure you got a real passion and love for designers and fragrances in general, then move on to that. But just buy what you like. Now we've got which fragrance has the best sillage in my collection. This one is super simple. It is this one right here from the house of Maison Francis Kirkjohn. It's Oud Satin Mood. The central and sillage on this, the scent bubble you have when you walk around is just insane. All you need is like 2, 3, 4 sprays if you're feeling like it that day. But the scent trail on this is flipping crazy. Then going on from that, what is the worst fragrance in my collection? So I literally just got rid of it. I see loads of people hyping it up online and I'm like, how? This smells disgusting. It is Louis Cardin Sacred. It's sweet, it's super synthetic. It just literally gives me a headache. It gets all in my nostrils and I hate the fragrance. So I took it off the shelf. I literally threw it away. And the next one's a great question. What is the first fragrance that I remember trying? So not me trying personally, but when I was younger, my dad used to wear Aramis. And I don't know if you guys know, it's like an old cologne where you would pour it onto your hands, you'll rub it, and then you'll put it behind your ears, on your neck. It's like a proper old school barbershop gentleman's cologne. That's the first fragrance I ever remember smelling. And the next question is, what is my top 2 favorite Kilian fragrances? And I can't say Angel Share, so that's easy. One of their newest ones is called Smoking Hot, which is absolutely brilliant. It's an apple shisha fragrance. If you haven't tried it, make sure you do. And other than that, I'd have to say Black Phantom. And the next question is a good one. If I wasn't collecting fragrances, what would I be collecting? And I don't know. I'm looking around the room to kind of see, and there's really nothing. I wouldn't collect trainers. I wouldn't collect like clothing, jackets, wouldn't collect watches. I'm not really that into or passionate about all those other things. So I would say if I wasn't collecting fragrances, I wouldn't collect anything, period. Then we've got, if I could only have one fragrance and it couldn't be Angel Share, what would it be? I'm trying to think. There's a few that I like. I like Oud Satin Mood, Grand Soir, Vanilla Diorama. I'd probably have to say Vanilla Diorama. It's one that I could wear year round, smells good, smells unique. I love it on me, so yeah, that would be it. Next up, we're going deep. Jesus Christ, it is what is my life purpose? I have no idea. It's to live a good life, I guess, a healthy one with a loving family, hopefully have kids in the future as well. I don't know what my actual life purpose is, to, I don't know, inspire people, leave a positive impact on the earth, I guess. That's all I can say. But that's a hard question, man. I feel like I'm in a flipping job interview right now. Then this question is from my buddy Cologne Talk, man. Check him out if you haven't already. But he's asked me, if I was to restart my content journey, what would I do differently and why? And I don't know, I feel like my journey's been kind of good because everything I've done, I've learned. So it's hard to say if I would change something. But what I would definitely do sooner is to put my face in videos much quicker, because I was doing faceless videos or just showing fragrances in my hand for maybe 3 or no, more than that, maybe like 4 or 5 months. And I feel like if I'd showed my face sooner, I probably would have grew a little bit quicker, because there's a difference. When you see someone holding bottles in their hand, you're like, you don't know who they are, what they look like and stuff. And then when you've got a face and someone's actually talking directly to the camera, it's kind of, you gain trust with them. You feel like you know them. So I probably would have done that. But yeah, man, my whole journey and everything I've done with it, I feel like happy with it. I'm content with it. And yeah, man, long may that continue anyway. And this next question is from my guy from all the way overseas. Follow him if you don't already. His name's Jackaroo, the fragrance guy over on TikTok. And he's asked me a hard question. This might be the hardest one on here. He said, what separates a 10 out of 10 fragrance from a masterpiece? And I was like, I actually don't know how to answer that question. What does separate a 10/10 from a masterpiece? I think a masterpiece is kind of universally accepted as a 10 out of 10 in most cases. Like if you ask 10 people, nearly all of them will say, yeah, it's a beautiful fragrance. Whereas say fragrances that are 10 out of 10 in people's eyes, like I might say Angel Share is a 10 out of 10, but someone else might try and be like, nah, it's too boozy, it's too sweet, I give it a 5. So can I say Angel Share is a masterpiece? No, but if you ask loads of people about Dior Homme Intense or BDK Gris Charnelic straight, you're gonna hear a masterpiece, masterpiece. So I don't actually know, man. I don't know. I think masterpieces are different to each people. And yeah, man, that's all it is. And this next question actually made me laugh. He said, if her ex wore Angel Share as his signature scent, what do I do? Now that is a mad one. Being my favorite fragrance, I don't know, I'd have to try and hunt down Will Smith from Men in Black and get that little button to erase the memory, because I have to keep wearing that and she has to forget that he was wearing that. But I'd probably have to change the signature scent, because you can't be rocking Angel Share and then she's thinking about her ex. It's a bit of a sticky one still. Next up, someone said how to get free fragrances. I'm broke. there's no way. You just don't get free fragrances for doing nothing. You don't just sit at home and companies call you and say, listen, mate, we want to send you a fragrance. You need to start putting out content, valuable content that these brands are going to want to look at you and be like, oh, I like the content. Like, if you included our brand in your video, it would do well and you're the right fit for them. So yeah, man, there's no freebies in this world, trust me. And this next question is from a fellow content creator. He has asked me, I got to look at the laptop, what advice would you give to someone wanting to start a fragrance TikTok page? I have a different style, but no push from the TikTok gods. So I get a lot of people hitting me up asking me for advice on how to build and grow a page. I'm no expert, I just put out content on a daily basis. That's what I do. So my advice is always the same. Create content that you want to create. Content that you think is valuable for other people is the main thing, because if there's no value in content, no one is going to watch it. And don't worry about the numbers. So many people have started a page, they put up 5 to 10 videos and they go, oh TJ man, what do I do? My videos ain't doing well. I think I put out 100 videos before I even hit, I would say like 5,000 views on a video. And when I was getting 120 views on a video or 75 views on my first few videos, I was gassed. But so many people are obsessed with the numbers. They see other people getting 10,000 views on a video and they want that straight away, but it doesn't happen. So if that's going to make you lose motivation, not getting views initially, then you're not going to be in it for the long run. Make sure you're putting out good, valuable content and stop watching the numbers in the beginning. Just post more content. And I'll tell you a little thing about me. When I post content, I only look at the numbers on the day. So I'll post it after an hour, I'll check, I'll see, okay, is this one that's going to do good? Is it going to do bad? By the end of the day, I don't really care. I'm not going to delete it if it doesn't do well, because videos spike every now and then. And then the next day, why am I worrying about yesterday's video? Because I'm posting another one. And then next day I'm posting another one. So that's just how I keep it going. So yeah, stop worrying about the numbers, post more and be consistent and offer valuable content. That's the only advice I can offer. And the next question is, do I or have I ever played football? And listen, I don't want to toot my own horn or nothing, but I'm a little bit of a baller. That sounds big-headed, but I'm good at football, I can't lie. I haven't played too much football recently, just 5-a-side, 7-a-side, but I used to play football to a high level when I was younger. I won't say too much, but yeah, man, I can kick balls still. So a few more questions. What is my least favorite fragrance that gets all the hype? You guys already know if you followed a few of my videos. It is Xerjoff's Naxos. I just don't get the hype, man. I think it's a mid fragrance. I'll give it like a 5 or 6 out of 10. It's a little bit synthetic. The honey is just too much in the fragrance. It's not one I would ever recommend to people, but at the same time, I do understand why people like it. And now we've got a music question. What is or who is my top 5 artists? So number 1, solidified, is J. Cole, the best artist of all time. And then the rest is like meh. Like, I'm not really a massive music guy, but I don't know where you guys are from, but you might know a few of the artists I will say, because I like grime, rap, hip hop, all of that. So I say J. Cole's up there. Skepta's got to be up there. I like Potter Paper. I like Dave East. I like Nipsey Hussle, of course. Jay-Z back in the day as well. So I'd say they're the 6, but I'm not a massive music guy, I can't lie. Last 2 questions. What is the best cheap compliment magnet? It has to be Club de Nuit Intense. I do not care. Out of all the thousands of pounds worth of fragrances behind me, Club de Nuit Intense pulls in the most compliments, and it's one of the cheapest. It's around £30, £35. It is incredible. The ladies love it. It projects like an absolute beast. Club de Nuit Intense, I'll always have in my collection. And the last question, what video games did I grow playing up? Come on, man. Pro Evolution. If you know, you know. You got to be old enough to know about Pro Evolution. Then we moved on to FIFA. I used to bang out Football Manager loads on the PC. That was a game. What else I used to play? Call of Duty back in the day. This was like school days. Modern Warfare 2. I must have been the king. Had every gun in every camo. It was cold. But yeah, man, now I just bang out FIFA here and there. I can't lie. And that is the end of the video. I think we answered around 35 questions around that. And before you guys go, I need you to do a couple things for me. If you like the video, please hit like. It pushes it out to more people. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, definitely hit subscribe for more videos like this. If you want me to do this again, definitely let me know. And please comment down below on the video. What's one thing you kind of found interesting or learned about me or was surprised that I said in the video? I hope you all have a great day. And as always, love for the love, my people.